Rudolph.
Ho, 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 it's time to let it
Who the hell
snow
is that?
with beer.
Welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review's Christmas Extravaganza.
I'm Frosty the Beerman, here to spread some holiday cheer.
Frosty the Beerman.
We've
Looks
got a
like a
blizzard
psycho.
of brews to review.
Stay
at
tuned
that
for more
psycho.
frosty fun and festive brews.
Subscribe now and don't miss out on the frosty fun.
Where beer meets cheer.
Hey, welcome to Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I'm Shag Dog.
I'm Jammer. Shag Dog, I'm doing 3 Sons Festbier. I did 3 daughters earlier. Now I'm doing 3 sons.
I hear like Uncle Charlie, huh?
Yeah. My brother and 3 sons.
Yes.
That could have been a spinoff.
I live with all 4 of them. I have fun with all of them. And wasn't there a 4th brother at one time or something? Or?
That might have been. Yeah. But he died.
He ran away. Uncle Charlie got to him too much.
Yeah, this is out of Dana Beach, Florida. It's a German-style lager. Of course, it's a fest beer, so it's not a true Marzen or anything like that. 6% ABV.
Yeah, and I got the, I didn't even look it up, Yuengling, but, it's probably about 77 on Beer Advocate. And ABV is what, like 4.4, 5, or 6 or something like that? Something like that.
This has got a lot of bubbles, but it also has some floaties, some yeast there floating in there. There is no code date on this, so, I'm taking chances. That's just how I am and what I do for the beer review.
Right, and the Yuengling isn't that dark. It's a little bit lighter like that. It looks dark back here, though.
Mine is very
I don't know.
golden, light, kind of got a virgin on an orange look and everything. And the head quickly dissipated, but it's kind of like an off-white, thin, very thin, very head.
Yeah.
They're kind of disappointing.
Hey, look at that head on the Yuengling. I mean, if you get it a good pour, you get a good head occasionally.
Yeah. I get a little bready. I get a little caramel in it. I get glimpses of what a fest beer or a Marzen could be, Granted, it's a fest beer, which is a new category. It's not a Marzen, so I have to grade it as a fest beer.
There you go.
I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, mine's the typical malty, slightly caramel. I mean, red amber lager, they go all different ways. Brooklyn red amber, you go to Sam Adams, all these different red lagers, they range pretty widely in taste and stuff. So Killian's, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Cheers.
This, it's not very bready at all. It's just, it's got like a caramel, a fleeting caramel taste with kind of a bitter, slight hop. It's crisp, somewhat clean, but it's almost medicinal. That's what I'm finding out about these fest beers. They're more like medicinal type beers. And not in a good way. There's like the medicinal taste that's not that great.
I like some of the German ones, but to me they're like an offshoot of some Hell's / Pilsner mix or something,
And that's what I would say it leans towards more than anything, and maybe a Hell's, lager type.
Yeah, some of them might have a light caramel taste or something, but it's just not as bready or malty as a Marzen.
And this does have a light caramel, and everything, and there's no real breadiness to it,
right?
Or maltiness.
Yeah, there's some that have like more of a crackery type taste. Some don't even have the caramel, just like crackery and a little bit of noble hops or grassy hops or something.
I'm just not enthused by this style of beer. It's maybe it will grow on me, but I doubt it because Marzens is the thinnic, And Marzens is just a classic flavor of beer.
I like Marzens. There's some of them I like, though, those fest beers. The German ones, the ones that are from the Munich companies, are probably the best. Yeah.
I'm just not too impressed by them, though.
Shit, this could pass for a Marzen Aura. I mean, if you close your eyes, someone told me this is Oktoberfest, I'd probably believe them. Like, well, it doesn't have all the breadiness, but it has like hints of it, a little slight caramel taste, and
Nice adjunct.
yeah, you might get that. Yeah, I'd just say it's a grassy floral hop, but it might be a little.
Well, this
corn,
does
actually.
have the floral hop medicinal flavor.
I'll tell you what, Diddy's right about the cans. I used to drink Yuengling bottles, but if you get a fresh bottle, I guess it's fresh and enclosed in a 12-pack box. That'd be good. But you buy a 6-pack at the store, that's the last time I bought one. And it was so skunky. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, you're better off buying a can.
The cans are better.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. As far as this goes, fest beer, not my favorite, but I'll try to grade it without a prejudice. As far as it goes, I would say this is more like a C plus verging on a B minus when it comes to a fest beer. Hell, let me just go ahead and bump it up to a B minus. B minus.
There you go.
Because it's not bad. I can drink it. Just not my preference. Out of the fest beers I've had, this is probably one of the better ones that I've had. So.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, this is not a German fest beer. It's German style. And like you said, the ones from Munich, there's certain ones that they're the ones that are much better fest beers than this.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, whether it's the expertise, the knowledge, and skill that has been attained over the hundreds of years they've been brewing beer, or it's just the ingredients that they are using is superior to the ingredients that we're using here in America for the craft beers that are making Marzens and fest beers. And the water, of course. Got to mention the water.
Yeah, the one guy said the water doesn't make a difference, but it does.
Yeah, because they could strip it, clean it, and all that kind of stuff, and put it all back together again, and put minerals in it. But do you know what minerals they're putting in it, and what?
Right, and basically down at the atomic level, you can't get certain things out of that water.
Yeah, and the other thing is, they may
very scientific of you.
They may turn around and let me say turn around, right? I'm on a kick of saying turn around.
With three, while you're drinking 3 Sons.
Yeah, turn around. Chip.
Maybe for an ass whooping. Maybe.
I got your Ernie here.
I would have been honored to drink a 3 Sons just for the name, because I am one of 3 sons to my mother. So, it's an honor to be one of 3 sons, actually.
Yeah.
Now, 5 if you want to count my 2 half brothers in there, but they don't have a brewery called 5 Sons yet, right?
Yeah.
That'd be an honor to my father, I guess.
Yeah.
For making boys. Supposedly, I heard he had a daughter, too. I don't know if that was true or not. You probably didn't pay that lady child support either.
That made me think, if he had a daughter in an area that you were growing up in and y'all ended up getting together without realizing it.
I'd be okay with it.
You'd be all right with...
I mean, what happened if you loved her and then you found out later? Would you be forced? Your morals force you? Well, would break up?
It's not morals. It because
society standards.
Societal norms,
Yeah. I mean, health reasons, you don't want to have a kid, supposedly, because you have some retards or something? Or?
Yeah, but if that's the case, we've had a lot of inbreeding going on here lately, because let me tell you, these people out here are dumb as a bag of bricks.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me the other way, I'm going through the wrong door at the shop,
Mm-hmm.
but she's a customer. She's coming in, so I step aside because I'm going right there to grab some carts. So I step to the side. She thinking I'm just another customer or something. She's like, other door. Yeah. And I didn't realize she was talking to me at first because she just kind of looked at the door while she was walking. Other door, like that. Didn't look at me in the face. I said, that bitch just tell me to use the other door.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'll knock somebody out.
And see, that's what happens when you force people to bag and check themselves out. They feel like they can boss everybody around in there because they're working there.
I don't know if she know I work there because, I mean, I didn't
but I'm saying she's bagging her groceries and checking herself out and everything like that. So she's already feeling entitled to it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I
just
work
walking
here.
in the door.
You need to use the other fucking door, buddy.
Right. But there's no sense me walking all the way around to come back through the same door. I can just grab a couple buggies there and go right through the same door.
You know what sense it makes? And I'll give you this right now. This is a lesson that you need to learn. The sense of it makes is that it takes you longer to do it. And it takes more time for you to do it. Due to the fact that you have to walk all around there and bring it back in, which means there's more time being spent doing things other than what they want you to do.
Right. But they still want everything, other things they want me to do done.
But hey, I didn't design the store.
All right, that's true.
I didn't place the carts where they're at, and I need the carts.
That's something that I call them buggies now because that's what they call them here. I always call them buggies. The first time when I started working, hey, go get some buggies. I'm like, what the fuck's a buggy? Those things you drive, you're sitting and drive. Is that a buggy? No, but you're shopping, the buggies. I'm like, oh, I call them carts. What the fuck? Buggies? Buggy, something with a horse or.
Well, some people call them baskets.
Dune buggy or baskets too. Yeah.
But no, I mean. I'm kind of fed up with a lot of this self-checkout stuff. Publix used to be a pleasure to go shopping at. Yeah. Publix is not a pleasure anymore.
Oh, they got self-checkout there now too?
They have self-checkout there too, but it's just the fact that every time I go in there, when it was plastic bags, I kind of could give a little leeway to it. When you're bagging my stuff, it moves around and everything else, and so it's not really, it's going to stand upright. But when you start putting onions with the milk and you're putting your bread with the canned goods and stuff like that, that's being plain stupid and lazy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be crushed by heavier stuff.
Putting eggs with the canned goods, putting stuff on top of, putting potatoes on top of fragile stuff and everything, putting refrigerated stuff in with dry goods stuff that, shelf stable stuff and mixing it all up. When I personally, you hear me, right? Mm-hmm. I personally put my stuff on the conveyor so that all the refrigerated goods are together. Right. Then I go into putting canned goods and boxes and stuff like that, and then fruits and vegetables and bread last because bread gets set on the top, right? It's all thought out and planned.
Yeah, good job.
And I place it on the conveyor that way in order for it to be bagged that way. And yet they'll take everything and mishmash it all together like a freaking moron.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay. All right, fine. So maybe it's just the plastic bags. I can tell you this much. I went to Ingles up there in Helen or Cleveland, I think it was. And they knew how to bag groceries. You know why?
Why?
Because I bagged them.
You had to bag your own groceries?
No, I didn't have to, but the lady was there. She was checking them and everything, and I just jumped right over there and grabbed the bags and started bagging.
I've done that at like Winn-dixie before, when
and I didn't mind doing it because I knew what I wanted to do and everything. But anyway, what I was going to say is that I noticed how they were bagging up and down through there, and they were bagging it properly.
Yeah,
but I turned around and went to Publix and I said, okay, maybe it's the plastic bags. So I said to myself, all right, let me ask for the paper bags. So I asked for the paper bags, and what do? They think, oh, paper, okay. So I bought like 20 pounds of meat, different chicken and beef and, stuff, and what do? They shove all that meat in that bag, right? And then they add a bunch of more stuff into there, and then they take the bag and lift it up by the bottom and hold it and put it in the cart. Okay, is that realistically, is that how I'm going to carry the bag? I'm going to pick it up at the bottom and, try to tote it?
Yeah,
No. And you're overloading it now. Okay, and then on top of that, you're putting other stuff. They put the fragile stuff in with.
Winn-dixie. I when I bagged my own stuff before because the other person went off to help another aisle, I sucked at that. I mean, not that I have a lot of experience bagging, so I'm doing it the best I can. And then she comes over, I'll take care of that, sir. Okay, and then I was like, okay, you got this. I mean, she was like really good. Yeah.
Well, when I used to work for a grocery store, and it just so happened to be Winn-Dixie back in the day when I was a kid, we actually went through a whole course of how to bag your groceries. And I know Publix used to have that because Publix was just as tough when it came to making sure that everybody's bags was right.
You know who I'm going to blame? Management. I'm sure
I'm
they're
going to
probably
blame
doing it stores.
I'm going to blame management, but I'm also going to blame the fact that Walmart Supercenter came in and lowered the standards for everything.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, because they don't train nothing at Walmart. They only train new employees. Just, here you are, go at it.
And that caused Publix to be able to compete with Walmart, to cause Publix to downgrade the quality of making sure that like used to be produce, you couldn't find a bad piece of produce or fruit out there on the rack at a Publix. Now you go into Publix, you can find bad fruit, bad all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, before Walmart became their main competitor, because you got Winn-Dixie. What else you got in Florida now?
Winn-Dixie has actually been bought by Aldi.
Oh, they bought. Yeah, I know they've been bought a couple different times over the years.
Yeah. And I think you have. You have Publix.
I mean, what was Sweetwater before it became Sweetwater?
kashn'kary.
There were no competition to Publix, right?
kashn'kary, Winn-Dixie, and Publix was the three.
The three main ones.
Yeah.
So there was a main competition one time, yeah.
Yeah, and then kashn'kary went out of business or bankrupt or whatever, bought out and changed their name to Sweet Bay.
Yeah.
And then we had U-Save here and Albertsons in certain locations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Albertsons, all right.
But what happened in St. Pete, right down on 4th Street, there was a Publix over here and Albertsons over here. Well, the Albertsons left. Publix bought that one.
Yeah.
And now there's a Publix here and a Publix there.
Yeah, I went to Ingalls in North Carolina, and I'm glad my store is like theirs because they had like 4 aisles of frozen. I was like, holy crap, there's a lot.
Let me tell you, the Ingalls, they had the buffet at the deli, the salad by the pound, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a very impressive grocery store. I've been to them before, and it was very clean. And they had, you talk about variety, but then again, you're in an area, right? And it was kind of expensive, but you're in an area that has millions of people coming through it every year.
Yeah. That's the same where I was in North Carolina, yeah.
And so when I went to the ice cream aisle, guess what? There wasn't like a 50-foot section. It was a whole aisle.
Yeah, that's the way the one was in North Carolina, yeah.
Of ice cream. And you talk about different brands. They had every brand you possibly could imagine,
Yeah. And we have a lot of Ben and Jerry flavors.
And that was just the regular, like half-gallon quart type ice cream. Then you had the novelties on the other side.
Yeah. I found a Ben and Jerry's I've never seen before at that place. It's some rum and
rum raisin?
Bourbon. Some bourbon something. I was like, I forget what kind of bourbon it was, but bourbon ice cream. But I was like, man, that's the best damn ice cream I ever had. I was like, wow, pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, we should probably get to the next beer. Huh? We went on and on about
Yeah, let's do that.
Stores, you know,
Let's go on to the next one. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing. We
Yes.
are the Spinner Swallow Beer Review. I'm Jammer.
I am Shag Dog. I'm ready for another beer.
And we're ready for beer.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas if you don't see this between now and then.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.